everybody, welcome back to the Essential Owl. I'm here today to make a custom order private label cold process soap. That's a mouthful. So I've got most of everything that I need all together already, but I did want to apologize in advance. This video is going to be a little bit shorter than usual. I'm sure some of you aren't going to mind that, but I'm not feeling the greatest today. I actually stayed home from work because I was very sick earlier this morning. I feel a lot better now, but I'm still not feeling 100%. So a lot of this video is just going to be sped through, and I don't really have much else to say about it other than, you know, I wanted to apologize in advance because it is going to be a little bit different than how I normally do things. This soap is, like I said, it's a custom order. So I've done everything that the customer has requested that I do. I'm using a little bit different of a recipe than normal. I don't want to go too much into detail just because it is a private recipe, basically. I formulated it specifically for this customer for her private labels. But for my colors today, I'm going to be doing a natural color swirl with some brown and orange. And for the brown, I've already divvied the brown portion up a little bit. I'm trying something new. I used a little bit of cocoa powder for brown colorant. It is unsweetened, 100% just straight cocoa powder. So it shouldn't scorch or anything. There's no added sugars or anything like that. And just to make sure I get a good deep true brown color rather than like a grayish color, I did add a little bit of mocha brown mica powder from Nurture Soap. This is my favorite brown mica ever. It is just so pretty. But there's only a little bit of this in there. And for the other portion of my swirl, I'll be doing this Orange Vibrance mica powder. And this is it's very orange. So without further ado, I'm going to jump straight into making this soap. I did forget to mention that this soap is being made with a custom fragrance blend. The main note is patchouli. On the screen somewhere at this point. See, my brain is all over the place. I'm just not good for anything today. It's a good thing I called off work because I think I would have been completely useless. There would have been mistakes abound. Alright, and you can see that this color that I have today is a very orangey, butterscotchy color. That's in part to the fragrance oils that I added. They have a very yellowy, orangey base color to them. And also, I think it has a little bit to do with the custom recipe that I'm using as well. So, I'm not sure what the finished product is going to look like, to be honest. I'm hoping that this recipe does well. As far as I can tell, it's going to be fine. It's very fluid. I'm not seeing any separation or ricing or anything like that. So I think it'll be fine. So we'll just have to see how it comes out. And I am doing my extreme water discount, my 1-to-1 lye water ratio, just for anyone that's curious. So I'm going to go ahead and separate my batter out and get my colors mixed in. So I'm at this point. It actually did set up pretty fast on me once I got going. So I'm not sure how the inside of this is going to look. I hope it's going to look nice. She wanted a little bit of a rustic, earthy sort of look. I'm not sure if I accomplished that or not. So what I will do is I will do what I can to the top just to beautify it a little bit. And once I get it all cut and everything, I'll send her a photo and see if she likes it, because I want to make sure that she's satisfied with it. She wasn't super specific with how she wanted it to look. She was more specific about what she wanted to be in it. So I don't really have the option of swirling this on the top. If you can see how thick it got. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to do much to this top at all. So I will do what I can with it. So here is the finished product. It is quite rustic looking. I don't know why the orange isn't showing up super great on camera. And my lighting keeps changing. Oh my gosh, this is turning out to be awful. There we go. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. So this is what we ended up with. I'm hoping that the swirl at least will look pretty inside. I'll have to see, and then as I said before, I'll be sending her a picture to make sure that she does like it. I think I captured the rustic bit quite well because it does indeed look rustic. It did accelerate on me pretty quick once I actually got moving, so we'll have to see how it goes. I'll let this sit for a couple of hours and I will be back for the cut. Hello everybody, welcome back. I will be attaching the cutting video to the making video this time because the making was so short. I sped through probably 80% of it this time. So maybe maybe this will be better. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this will be the norm from now on or what. But here's the soap that I made earlier, the custom order. There's the top. The top is very shiny because I spray all of my tops with rubbing alcohol unless they have a mica dusted on top. But it turned out really nice. Here's the side. And then here you can see it did gel partially. And that's the difference in this orange and this orange. This is actually the same mica here. It's just that this part gelled and this part did not. So that's a little bit interesting. That's not what I expected to happen. Usually, or well, it seems like usually gelling makes colors more vibrant. But in this case, it looks like it actually made the orange less vibrant. So that's a little bit interesting. But I think it's going to make a cool effect inside the soap. So we will see. I've got my cutter set up and ready to go. Let me see here. I do need to tighten the string though, so let me do that really fast. So this will be the second time that I'm using this cutter, so I'm still not 100% sure where exactly the string needs to be as far as tightness to get the absolute best cut, but it performed really well the last time that I used it, which was the first time that I used it. I did turn it around this time as well so that you can see the cut better. I had that suggested to me in the last video, so I thought I would give it a try, see if you all like this better. So let's go on and do our first cut here. The soap is quite hard, by the way. It's been about 3.5 hours. So, all right. Okay, so I actually need to tighten my string up a little bit here because the soap is pretty hard. I didn't want to go all the way through. Okay. Ooh, I like it. So there we go. There's our first piece there. I think it's quite interesting. Soap does smell really good. She picked a really good fragrance. So there's one side, and then there's the other. Ooh, I like it. What do you guys think? There's not much of an orange swirl inside. Mostly brown so far. There's one side and then the other. I did get a little bit of air bubbles. Nothing too atrocious. And that's because it accelerated so much so fast. And I know why it did that too. One of the ingredients that the customer requested that I use in these soaps has been known to accelerate. So for the next batch, I'll know to use a little bit more water. And there you can see that difference in the part that gelled and the part that didn't in that orange. That's it's strange, but I like it. The swirl turned out really nice, I think. I'm a little bit afraid I might accidentally slice my fingers, so maybe I should use a paper towel for this. Seems like that's what I see most soap makers do anyway. There's one side. That one has a little bit more of an orange swirl in it. And there's the other side. Ooh, I like that a lot. That's very cool. And then the top. I'm not mad at the top. I thought I was going to hate it, but I actually really like this. Soap surprises me in new ways all the time. Sometimes I'll make a soap and I really am disappointed with it in one way or another. And then I actually get it cut and I just fall in love with it. Like, see, that is so pretty. At least I think so. You all let me know down in the comments what you think of this. It didn't turn out exactly the way that I planned it by any means because of how fast it's set up, but I mean, I'm not mad at it. there's that side. I like to clean these up a little bit. I think I mentioned in a past video, I don't really do much cleanup on my bars. I don't do any sort of planing or beveling or anything like that. I leave them the way that they are. So I like to just kind of push off these little straggly ends here. There we go. The top. These are the little pieces that I mean. Just kind of from the wire pushing into the soap, it just kind of makes those little bits. So there's one side and then the other. In the base of the soap, which actually lightened up quite a bit, it turned pretty orange when I was mixing it, but it lightened up to a really nice pale yellowy white color. I really like it, and the gel ring is not super obvious here. This may change, that the dark orange may change to match this lighter orange as it cures. I'm not sure, but yeah. There's one side and the other. Ooh, that one's nice. There you go. I kind of wish I could keep a bar of this to myself. And then the last cut. Boom. So there's that. Ooh, I really like that one too. In the back. Just love how every bar comes out a little bit different. And then there's the last bar. So it'll get this back piece, but this is the pretty side. All right, so there you have it. That is the cut of a custom order. I'm gonna call this custom order number 1. I have 4 of these left to go. They're all going to be different. She did request that I do a Valentine's Day soap, so you all let me know if you want to make me see that, since I already made Woo, the Valentine's Day soap that I listed in the last video, and that one is just for me to sell myself. So since I've already made one, I don't know if you all would be interested in seeing a second one, so just let me know. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss any of my uploads. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.